I was I was hesitating if I wanted to make this video because this is like a topic that I rarely talk about outside of my closest friends. But I decided I'd just record it because I don't think anyone's gonna see this anyways, and I think if I'm gonna really put work into making a channel where you're just expressing yourself, really you gotta like discuss your vulnerable parts, the topics that you don't really want to discuss, even though it's uncomfortable. And I think I do have to talk about it. You have to talk about certain things that you don't think you can handle yet, just so you can face it. And thinking thinking of a feeling versus talking about a feeling is very different to me. And I really think speaking about things make them clearer to me, to elucidate things for me. It's called. This is just a video about love, my experiences with love. And for the record, I've never been in a relationship. I've always been single. I've had a few crushes, and nothing. I've never been into anything serious. Um, in my situation, it's like since I don't have a set definition of love outside of like um, love for parents and relatives and for younger ones and loved ones, I don't have like a romantic kind of sense of love. For me to not have that, every kind of little experience that you have, you kind of I immediately call it love because I don't have a reference point of what love is. Since I've never been in a relationship, when I have a crush on someone, I ask myself, is this infatuation or is this love? Because I don't know what love feels like because I've never been in a relationship. So, especially with my last experience, which I should talk about too much, but my last experience, I was telling this girl that I loved her, but I don't even know if I actually did because I don't have a reference point of what love feels like for a romantic person, for a person who loves me back. I don't know what that feels like. So I don't know if actually did love her, or if I was just infatuated. But one thing I did know was that I felt it. I felt what I would consider love, the closest thing to love that I can consider, because what love actually is, I've never felt it and I don't know. No matter how much romantic movies you watch, or how much love songs you listen to, um, how much Shakespeare you read, how much rom-coms you read or watch or dramas, you never really know love until you feel it, until you've experienced it yourself. And I've written so much about love outside of just wanting someone. I've written so much love poems, so much things about love, so much. I literally wrote a research paper about love for school. With my group, we wrote a research paper about love and we interviewed students. I I I kind of know the ins and outs of love theoretically, conceptually, but not here. It's like your mind knows it, but your heart doesn't. And so how can I really say that I love someone when I don't even know what that feels like? So now I've always been just confused about when love is gonna actually come to me because I've I feel like I've kind of quietly chased it for a while. People kind of view me as someone who's not looking for a relationship or who's not trying hard to get into a relationship. I don't often have crushes on people. In my whole life, I've only really had like maybe three real crushes that I would consider meaningful to me. And it's like even with all that, I've never really been the type of person to like seek it out and really put myself in a situation where I'll get it because it's never been the most the highest priority in my life. But I know it's something I've always wanted, and I know that now that I don't have it at all, I'm my current situation. I'm living in a place where I can't even speak the language of the country I'm in, and I don't have any people that I can connect with. So I practically have no chances of getting into a relationship right now, and I know I won't have for like a long time, for a while, because I'm not actively seeking it out, and I don't think a girl's not just gonna randomly come to me. You know what I mean? Like you have to actually look for that stuff, and I'm not looking for it currently. So I know I'm gonna be single for a while, but there's always a part of me that wishes that I had that, and that thinks that if I had a partner, maybe life would be better because I'd have something to give love to, um, metaphorically, and something that I can express love onto. Because I don't have anyone to really appreciate or to, you know, and it's not even like a physical thing, like I want to be next to someone or like something like that. It's really just almost a spiritual thing where all the love inside of my body is just stuck here. And more than just having a relationship, the reason why I want to have a partner is so I can let it out. Because letting it out through music or through poetry is a different thing than giving it to a person. Yeah, I don't think your poems are gonna talk back to you, and the music doesn't speak any language. You can't have a conversation with art like like you can with a person. And I think there's a different level to that where if you're only expressing your love through art, then I don't know, it feels disconnected to me. Like, yeah, it's a beautiful thing to make art about love and how you feel about love, but isn't love that practice of just giving your all to someone? I don't know. When I said that, I felt like just the moment I said that, I feel like I was wrong, and I think I am, because again, I'm a person who doesn't know anything about love really, and I'm making a video about it. That's why the video has no title, just call it video about love because it's just an abstract idea that I'm trying to discuss. When I wrote my research paper with my group mates back in school, we kind of concluded that love was a really abstract thing because we interviewed all these people, right? And they all answered different things about love. No one really had the same answer about how they would define love. They had shared experiences and shared ideas about it. But when you ask them about what it was to them, they all said different things. And maybe this video is just an expression of how I feel love and how I feel how I perceive love and how it flows in and out of me and in and out of my body and my soul. And I swear, I did a lot of research on it. I researched like, oh, the way that you love and the way that you feel love is influenced by the way your parents loved you, which I do believe is true. Like, the way that your parents love you is the kind of love that you will seek or the love that you will want. And I think that's true, but like, that doesn't really have anything to do with me. Because no matter how I love, I still don't know what it feels like. And if you try to analyze your love through things like that, it's almost trivial because you can't really look at something abstract and try to call it things and put name tags on it, you know? It's really just something abstract you have to feel. It's like your emotions. You can't really put names on them. You can't call them anything. You just have to feel them. And I guess love is just something that explaining, trying to explain it would be just a huge waste of time because you can't really explain it. You can make art about it. You can admire it, but it would be I feel like it would almost be wrong to like try to dissect it and explain why these certain things happen. And there's a desire and there's a need for that. I feel like I obviously would want to see like to read a book about love and why love works like this, and everyone has a different take about it. So it's interesting to read those, but I don't know. I think despite all the advice that you hear about love, all the relationship dating advice, all the spiritual things about love that you hear or that you know, it's like if you disregard all that and you forget all of that and you just ask your own heart what it is, it's going to give you an answer that none of that can give. So I think that's just really how I feel about it right now. I don't want to spend too much time talking about my experience because that wouldn't be that interesting. Um, I just think love is a universal experience. We all feel it differently, and I think the only person who can tell you how you can love is not the person that you think you love, not the person that loves you, only yourself and your heart, which is right here. So I think that's what this video is about. And yeah, just want to talk about it for a little bit. So see you in the next video.